Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and today we're talking 20 of some of the best-selling products at Sephora. Now, I have personally tried all the products we're about to talk about today, and I'm going to rank them in order of what I think is the least worth it to the most worth it. And just to let you know, this is not a list of my favorite products at Sephora. If you are interested in a video like that, let me know in the comments below, because, you know, if there's enough people who want it, I will make the video. But today I just want to focus in on some bestsellers and whether I think that they are worth it or not. So if you're so ready, give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump right in. Coming in at number 20, the INKEY List Oat Balm Cleanser. This retails $13 for 150 milliliter of product. I personally in my life know people who use this and really like it. It's just really not my jam, quite honestly. So basically what this is, it is a first cleanser that's designed to remove your makeup. It can be used as your only cleanser if you like, and it can also double up as a moisturizing mask as well. But this is intended to be put on top of your makeup, like dry skin, massage it in, get your fingertips wet, emulsify it, and then it helps to remove everything, and then follow up with a second cleanser if you want or not. And really what it was for me is just when you wash it off of your face, it really does leave a residue. It really does kind of cling to the skin. It does say that it is moisturizing, and maybe this is part of the beauty for some people, is that it does moisturize your skin, but for me it felt a little bit filmy. Youth to the People Superfood Cleanser coming in at $19. Now this retails for $39 for 237 milliliter of product, and let's talk about like not affordable, right? $40 for a cleanser is quite a bit of money, and I personally, my philosophy is I really personally don't like to spend a ton on my cleansers, especially a product that, you know, you put onto your face but then you wash down the drain immediately. I'd rather invest my dollars into something that sits on my skin. Quite honestly, I find this cleanser to be a little drying on my skin. So not only is it expensive, but I personally just find that it doesn't work for my sensitive skin either. There's just a little bit of tightness, just a little bit of a squeaky clean feeling with this one. Number 18, The Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. This retails $9.50 for 30 milliliter of product. All right, I got some thoughts because it's not my most favorite product. I have absolutely used this. I have absolutely irritated and burned my skin when using this, even with caution. This is a very potent product, and I think a lot of people love that it's a very potent AHA product. 30% is a lot. I think we have more information now, but I know when it was first starting to become popular back in like 2018, 2019, when I was first using it, there was a lot of misinformation about what it can do, who it's suitable for, but I do still feel like there is a lot of that going around. My 16-year-old niece asked for this for her birthday, and I'm like, girl, no. You don't need this. This isn't for you. This isn't an appropriate product for your skin. And honestly, you don't need this type of product. You just don't. Your skin is so beautiful, you don't need this. It's a very, very potent amount of AHA that can definitely address texture and dull skin, but it needs to be approached with caution and with respect. And I just don't think that it's going to suit a lot of folks. Again, not saying that it can't give you good results. It's just not my favorite. And so it really is just because I've seen so many people get burned by it. I've seen so many people misunderstand how to use it, thinking that they need it when they probably really don't. Number 17, Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. This retails $72 for 50 milliliter of product. Oh man, this cream is so popular. A lot of people love this. I actually get asked about this a lot. And I did cover it in my dupes videos in a series where I talk about really expensive products and some of the alternatives that you can use to get similar benefits or similar effects on your skin for a lot less money. So definitely check that out if you're looking for that, because $72 is a lot of money for a moisturizer. And yeah, I've used this. I think it's really nice. I think it's got a really beautiful, I call it like a marshmallowy like texture. Very, very impressive. Beautiful packaging, right? Like the experience of this like cannot be denied. And that's what a lot of what you're paying for. And I know some people say that as a negative. I don't. I think that it can be really important to your self-care and skincare time to have more of an experience if that's important to you. And I think that Tatcha really delivers on that. And I have to say, you know, I definitely do approach a lot of my skincare less on experience and more on ingredients. And I don't find anything like mind-blowing about the formulation here. I personally have a sensitivity to fragrance, so while I can appreciate the scent, my skin doesn't appreciate what it does once it is in contact with my skin. So also have to mention a little bit of drying denatured alcohol in this as well. So not suitable for sensitive folks. Yeah, I get it. I get it, but not my personal favorite. LANEIGE Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Acid Cream. This retails about $40 for 50 milliliter of product. Fairly straightforward, common humectant ingredients here, hyaluronic acid, right, that you can find in lesser costing products. You definitely don't need to shell out big bucks for hyaluronic acid. But LANEIGE is a very prestige K-beauty brand, and this particular product has been around for at least a decade, if not longer. It really is one of the most popular lines, the Water Bank line from LANEIGE. And so, yeah, it's definitely, let's talk prestige, right? They definitely do have that reputation, and it comes with that price point. And so there's nothing wrong with that. I think I've said that already. I'll say it again because I know there are people who will say that that's a bad thing, that you're paying for the experience or you're paying for the brand name. I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I mean, sleek packaging, you know, you get that unique scent with LANEIGE here. You get a nice, beautiful cream, kind of like hydrating gel cream texture here. It feels really nice. It feels really plumping on the skin. It's just not particularly unique. And so if you're crunched for dollars, yeah, it's not going to be my recommendation. Number 15, Drunk Elephant Protini Firming Moisturizer. This retails $69 for 50 milliliter of product. Ooh, we got so many like middling moisturizers in this portion of the video. Let's talk about it. This moisturizer, I was really surprised that this caught on in popularity. It's like going through a second cycle of popularity right now because of TikTok. And speaking of my young nieces, my 14-year-old niece absolutely loves this $70 moisturizer. And I'm like, girl, this is an okay moisturizer. And also you don't need all this firming and peptides and all of that, right? You're so young. I tried this way before, I think it was L'Oreal acquired Drunk Elephant. Before that merger, I tried this product back in the teens. And I remember striving to pay for Drunk Elephant because it was too expensive for me at the time when I was just getting my YouTube channel started. Striving to pay for this really popular moisturizer and feeling so disappointed in it. It did not feel like enough for my skin. It definitely felt nice on application. It just didn't hold up throughout the day for me. To see the second wave of popularity, again, I want you to understand the reason I'm ranking this the way that I'm ranking it is partly due to seeing so many young kids like trying to get their parents to pay for this or thinking that they need this. That's just, no, you don't. It's a middling moisturizer, in my opinion, at best. If it's your favorite, that's awesome. I don't think there's anything in here that's bad. I just don't understand the price, and I don't understand why it got hyped up for the young crowd, because this is definitely a moisturizer that is targeting more mature skin. Number 14, LANEIGE Water Sleeping Mask. This retails $32 for 70 milliliter of product. Now this is kind of we're getting towards the middle of the list here, and I have to say this is a product that I don't personally use anymore. It really doesn't suit my skin, especially since I have more sensitive skin as I've gotten older. So this is a sleeping mask. It can be used in place of your moisturizer at nighttime. It can be used on top of your moisturizer at nighttime, but hey, you could even use it as a moisturizer during the daytime. So it's very flexible, but it really is meant to infuse your skin with a lot of hydration as you're sleeping and kind of help to restore your skin through that restful process. And I do think that it delivers on the hydration. It may not be the most hydrating out there anymore. It may not be the most innovative product out there anymore. However, I don't see a lot of sleeping mask products available at Sephora. So I think in this market, it definitely has a renewed interest and a renewed innovation with this particular product. And so, like I said, I used it many years ago. I liked it then. It kind of fell out of my routine. It didn't grow along with me, but I do think it is a nice product. The Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus Zinc 1% serum. This retails $6 for 30 milliliter of product. Now, let me tell you about this product. I have used it quite a bit in the past, and I think it's fine. I don't think it has a very elegant texture. I think it's kind of sticky. I think some people run into issues just trying to layer this with other skincare products just because it is a very inelegant type of texture, but it legit straight up costs $6. How much do you expect, right? I love how affordable The Ordinary is, and they really have worked their way into some of my favorite staple skincare products. I do go back to them a lot because, as I said, a value that I hold is affordable skincare. 10% of niacinamide, really great for tone and texture. Something that can really help with the pores as well, and definitely something that can help with excessive oil production. So if you're a very oily person, you might like something like this. It's not one that I super duper recommend a lot in the whole world of niacinamide serums, but like if you can only shop at Sephora, right? If you don't have access to more international types of brands, right? I think this is a really great place to start. I think if you are younger and just trying to build a skincare routine, this is a very effective place to start. Number 12, The Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5 Hydrating Serum. This retails $9.90 for 30 milliliter of product. Pretty much everything I just said about the niacinamide serum from The Ordinary, I would say about hyaluronic acid. It is affordable, it's accessible. Is it exciting? Not necessarily, but is it effective? I think it can be for a lot of folks. Number 11, Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA plus BHA Pore-Tight Toner. This retails $35 for 150 milliliter of product. I think this is a nice product. I think it smells really good, so definitely some fragrance here. I kind of like the smell of the Glow Recipe Watermelon line. You may be surprised to hear that because I mostly talk about fragrance-free stuff, but just like on smell, I love it. Quite similar to Tatcha, we are paying for a bit of an experience here. A beautiful aesthetic bottle, the pink color, the scent, right? Definitely it's a vibe. But I wanted to rank this a little bit more in the middle, a little bit higher in the video, if you will, because I think that the ingredients for what's available at Sephora are fairly unique. I'm loving the use of PHA here. It's a new generation AHA. So it's all about getting those dead skin cells off the top surface of your skin, making your skin a lot more smooth, helping to address texture, pores, and helping to give your skin a really beautiful bright glow as well. So really like nice baby resurfacing type of treatment. However, traditional AHAs tend to be a little bit more aggressive on the skin. They can be irritating, and they also do cause your skin to be more sensitive to the sun. PHAs do all of those things, but they don't do the aggression on the skin, and they don't actually make your skin more sensitive to the sun. So it's a really nice, gentler alternative while still getting some really great results. I love that they have used that gentler form and then put it together with BHA, which is my favorite chemical exfoliant because it gets inside of the pore, where PHA and AHA work on top. BHA goes inside and decongests the pore. And I love that because oftentimes when you want exfoliation, it's because you need something a little bit deeper. And so I like that they've married both of those together. Number 10 is the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore-Smooth Blur Drops. These retail $32 for 30 milliliter of product. Now let me tell you, when I was going through the list of bestsellers, I saw the Glow Recipe Dew Drops, the niacinamide Dew Drops, and I was like, oh, let's talk about this one because this is actually one from the watermelon line I don't really like. I hate that the serum is so popular because I just find it so ineffective. It is a serum that also claims makeup primer-like benefits and that it gives you a dew. And I personally didn't feel that it worked really well as a makeup primer, and I didn't even think that it gave you really nice dewy skin either. I just found it very meh. And so I was going to talk about that. And then I saw that the Blur Drops was a bestseller too. And I was like, let me actually talk about this instead. Instead of a serum that's trying to be a makeup primer, this is a makeup primer that has skincare benefits. which I think is better. So please know that this is more truly designed to be more of a makeup type of product, but I just think it's a superior one to Dewdrop. So this is really a nice primer. I'm wearing it today. It is definitely something that is meant to grip onto your makeup, make it last longer, make it apply a lot smoother, while still allowing your skin to breathe. It has, I think, a little bit of oil controlling property to it. It helps your makeup not break up in the middle of the day, but it's not like spackly and silicone-y to the point where it feels like, you know, like you have this thick layer on top of your skin before you've even done your makeup. I think that it really is skin respectful. Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. This is SPF 40 with a PA of +3, and this retails $38 for 40 milliliter of product. Now, let me tell you, as I mentioned at the top of the video, this isn't like all of my most favorite products, right? This is just me talking about some of the best-selling products at Sephora. This is one of the best-selling sunscreens at Sephora. Is it my favorite sunscreen? Not really, no. But I think it is actually one of the better options that you can find at Sephora. Number one, it's very comfortable. It's a very elegant take on sunscreen. In the American market, that's hard to find. American sunscreens tend to be a little thicker, a little bit more emollient, heavy, greasy, right? And so this is definitely something that works really well underneath makeup, or just something that feels really good on your skin. Really no white cast here, just like a very comfortable type of product. And one of the reasons why I rated it so high, well, it's not, like I said, my most favorite sunscreen, or maybe the most protective out there that you can use, or the most innovative, blah, blah, blah. This has definitely been an entryway to daily sunscreen for a lot of people. This is the gateway drug. As for, I think a lot of people who are used to shopping for their cosmetics at Sephora especially, this is, like I said, one of the best sunscreens available there. And I think that this, for a lot of people, is the first time they've experienced a sunscreen that feels elegant, that feels breathable, that feels comfortable, that feels like a product they don't mind putting on every single day. And I can't discount the product for doing that, right? That's awesome. Number 8, Innisfree Daily UV Defense Sunscreen. This is SPF 36. This retails $18 for 50 milliliter of product, and pretty much the same story with Supergoop. Is it the most innovative, the most protective? No. I really like this one. There is some fragrance to it. I find it kind of pleasant, but I do like this one. I did a short on it a while ago. It is a nice sunscreen. I love the price. Supergoop's pretty expensive, you know what I mean? Like $40 for 40 milliliter of product, where this is $18 for 50. I think it's a little bit more affordable. And again, something that can be a gateway to wearing daily sunscreen. It's an elegant texture. I didn't detect a white cast when using it. A little bit more of a dewy finish. And I really like it. Again, for some folks who are struggling to get on board with sunscreen, this could really help. Number 7, Damn Matcha Boost Eye Serum. This retails $68 for 20 milliliter of product. I love green tea, and that's what matcha is, right? It's a much more highly concentrated green tea, and it's just such a great ingredient for skincare. It really does help to reduce redness, inflammation. It promotes healing. It's a very potent antioxidant. It's full of a lot of those like micro things that are so good for the skin, like polyphenols and amino acids and all of that. So it really just supports healthy skin. It's a very protective ingredient, and it's a really good aid for your skin, I think, in so many ways at any stage in life, but it can be particularly nice for well aging. I've really noticed using this. This has really helped me get through allergy season, because my eye area can get quite inflamed, red, even just a tiny bit puffy. I have been having allergy symptoms, but I haven't really been seeing it in that eye area, the skin there. I've definitely noticed that the natural redness that I tend to get around this time too, I really haven't seen too much of it, and I'm really crediting this eye serum for that. The strong anti-inflammatory and protective benefits of the matcha, I think, are really great. Texture is really nice too. It's very elegant. It doesn't have collagen stimulating ingredients, so it's not going to be the most effective for targeting fine lines and wrinkles. I think that's important to remember when you're looking for an eye product. If that's important for you, don't buy this. Number 6 is also from Damn. It is the Rice Silk Makeup Removing Cleansing Oil. This retails $46 for 150 milliliter product. You've seen me use this in quite a few routines. it's been a while now, at least 6 months. You've seen me use 2 bottles of this. I'm almost done with my last bottle. And yeah, it is a pricey cleansing oil for sure, but it's actually one of the few fragrance-free cleansing oils or makeup removing products that you can find at Sephora, at least currently. It's not too heavy, it's not too thin, there's no fragrance, just really good ingredients overall and very effective. Not only does this remove makeup really well, stubborn eye makeup super duper well. Number 5, Paula's Choice BHA 2% liquid exfoliant. This retails for $35 for a 118 milliliter product. It's a classic. It's a goodie and a classic for a reason. And this has 2% of salicylic acid. Again, that exfoliant goes deeper into the pore and unclogs it. That's exactly what you need when you get that bumpy congestion. And so this is awesome. Unlike some of the brands where I was talking about experience, packaging, prestige of name, fragrance, right? Paula's Choice has definitely gone more the route of ingredients, formulation, science. And I think that is something that Sephora has been lacking in the skincare department. Obviously, skincare department used to be much smaller, even just 10 years ago at Sephora, and now it's much bigger. But as they expand it, bringing on brands like this, I think, into the mix is a smart thing. Sephora needs a little bit more of that. I see that they are actually bringing on more brands like that, and so I think that that's a great thing. Number 4, LANEIGE Cream Skin Peptide Toner and Moisturizer. This retails $36 for 170 milliliter of product. And my feelings about this product having been reformulated aside, I've covered that quite a bit over the last year. I like this formula. You know what I mean? I not only did I use the old formula a lot, I used and loved the new formula, feelings aside about the changes, right? And I actually am going to repurchase this. It's a really unique hydrating and moisturizing toner, right? It brings that deep down hydration, that watery feel, but it also brings that silky moisture at the top of your skin too. In a fragrance-free formula, I think it's really something different, right? And I think it can be helpful for a lot of people who are suffering with a little bit of dehydration, just a little bit of dryness, but they don't want big, heavy creams. And I don't know that area is being served by the skincare that's currently being offered at Sephora. I think it's like very light and watery and plumping like hyaluronic acid, or you just go straight up to thick, heavy creams. And there's got to be a middle point somewhere. And I think that this bridges that gap for, like I said, a very specific type of skin concern. Number 3, Dr. Idris Soft Wash Jelly Cleanser. This retails $30 for about 154 milliliter product. This is a pretty brand spanking new release. Was surprised to see this on the bestseller page when I was researching this video, but really happy that it is. This is a dermatologist brand, and I have to say I'm not a huge fan of dermatologist brands, mostly because knowing the industry as well as I do, and having tried as many products as I've had and seeing so many dermatologists and celeb and influencer brands come and go, I do see that there is a lot of generic, I guess basically what I would say is like people slapping their name on a pre-made formula. Something that's not new, that's not innovative, but just something that they can get out there quickly and sell, right? And no shame, whatever. But like I said, I've tried enough to kind of be able to suss that out, and I'm not getting those vibes from this brand at all. And in fact, it's really growing on me because I do feel like it's actually doing something a little bit different in the industry. However, this cleanser is just really nice, straightforward, gentle, effective type of cleanser. Fragrance-free here. Again, much in the same way I was talking about Paula's Choice, I think Sephora has been lacking these types of brands. Number 2, Skin Fix Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. This retails $54 for 50 milliliter of product. It's silky, it's rich, it's very nourishing, very barrier supportive. This is actually just sinking into my skin like a dream. It feels so good and so protective. But it is easily one of my favorite moisturizers that is being sold at Sephora. And I love, again, that it's a refillable product. I think that that's great. And number 1, Dr. Idris Major Fade Flash Mask. This retails $48 for 50 milliliter of product. I've really been enjoying this, adding this into my routine. This is a potent AHA mask, but unlike the ordinary 30% AHA mask, I feel like this has been formulated in a really smart way that kind of helps to sidestep some of the irritation. I also just think it's a more sophisticated formula. Instead of just throwing a bunch of AHA at your face, a bunch of glycolic acid, this is matching up the glycolic acid with the lactic acid and then adding in tranexamic acid, which is a brightening ingredient. It's not an exfoliating acid. And so it really does amp up the benefits of helping to target dark spots on the face and really helping to target brightening up the complexion, along with helping with texture and smoothness of the skin. It's just, like I said, a more sophisticated take. Of course, it's coming with a much higher price tag. I wish it didn't cost as much, but I do think it's worth it. I've seen some really good benefits using this. It really does brighten up hyperpigmentation. So the dark marks, right, that you get after inflammation on your skin. If you suffer with melasma, if you suffer with sun damage, I would really look at this product if you can afford it over the ordinary. I think that it is, like I said, a little gentler on the skin, but I think it's just as potent, right? Don't just latch on to percentages. But the addition of the tranexamic acid is really that specific melanin inhibiting, brightening ingredient that you need to address those specific situations that I just mentioned. I think you're going to get to your goals a lot faster with a formulation like this than just blasting your skin with a bunch of glycolic acid. So I hope you enjoy going through the skincare aisles at Sephora with me and talking about which ones are worth it and which ones aren't. I'm curious to know your opinions because I'm sure that you have different ones than I do. So let me know in the comments below. And again, if you want me to round up my favorite, not just what sells best at Sephora popularity, but what my personal favorites are at Sephora, my picks, let me know if you want me to do that video in the comments. If you love the video and you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, please do that. It does help. But also hit subscribe if you haven't. Come join our skincare community and turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop. I upload a lot of content throughout the week here on YouTube. I hope you're healthy, happy, and safe wherever you are in the world. I love you so much. Thanks for being here with me today, and I'll talk to you soon.